Hey guys, what's up? Light here, and today we're going to be playing the 50B. I know it's been a while, but it's been a hell of a month or two. Just IRL, finishing school, I think about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and then just finishing a crazy top 4 grand finals championship. And yeah, we're just going to be playing some 50B. I think this was the first day of top 4. I just got on to play a little bit by myself, and I just took out the 50B for a spin. I just wanted to play something that was fast but not too fast, and that had a decent gun but wasn't a perfect gun. So that's what you get with the 50B. It's a very agile heavy tank, but it comes with, you know, a price for being so mobile. It has 0 armor, I mean on the side and even at an angle frontally, but I mean if you're straightforward, and you could get some trollless bounces on your turret if you wiggle it, and you have really good hull armor on most of the hull except the bottom. There's like a little streak where you could easily pen, but why shoot at, you know, the hull and shoot that little, you know, penetrable shot when you can just shoot the turret? But here we are in Mayan Ruins, right? And I run calibrated on the 50B, any autoloader or auto reloader. And, you know, I got one shot here in the 183, and you know, I got greedy here and I put in the second shot. So as you can see, you can get to positions really quick, but as you can also see, I have 0 armor, and yeah, I don't know if it's just me or if it was this game, but I just have terrible luck against 183s. They have crazy aim against me, and it was my fault because I put myself in the position to get heshed, and that's what you don't want to do with a 50B. You don't want to put yourself in any scenario to bleed early or to pretty much bleed whatsoever, because your gun is one of, if not the most important guns in almost every public match, depending on, you know, the matchmaking. So you always want to be surviving last, and not just because you're 50B, but in general in games, because the more you survive, the more damage you can output, etc. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rotate out for the middle, get myself from that exposure, and clean up this TVP and pincer him out with a VK, as I saw he was having some trouble with him. And here we are. I didn't want to load up HE for that second shot because I didn't know if he was going to turn slightly, so I just secured it with the AP. And yeah, we're going to go back to mid, but we're going to kind of do it precisely. I was thinking about going to the left with the grill, but he gave me enough information that 2 heavies were holding that side. So I just want to rotate to the right bridge, which is what I'm going to do. And see if I can just push a little passive aggressive, because I don't want to push too aggressive as I don't have HP, and also they're not pushing into us, so I can't really stay back behind my heavies, so I have to play with them at the moment. So Kron kills the TP, which makes me available to take the bridge here unspotted, and I see the 268 version 4 going up C. I'm thinking he's not going to go for the base and go up to the left toe, so that's why I keep staying here. But then I see he's just going for C, so I'm just going to peek him, try to surprise him a bit. I don't think he's expecting me here, so let's poke out and see if we get any shots. The first one pens, the second one pens with APCR, and you know, he hits a really good shot on me. Again, you don't want to overexpose yourself. This tank is very tall, as you can see. I bled pretty much all my HP with only 2 shots this game from the 183 and the 6.8 version 4 from over peaking alone. Of course, I took a shot or 2 extra from one of the other tanks, but the 2 major shots that pretty much cost me my entire HP were those 2 shots. So I got the unlucky shot on the 6.8 version 4. I don't have too much experience against this tank, well, at that time. So I put one on the side, and it has a pretty troll side, so you just want to always shoot the top side of the 268 version 4. It has a really good strip of armor on the bottom side. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to pick up the 183. We have positioning here. It's a 3 versus 2 against us. I get an unfortunate bounce here on the 183, but I'm going to use that speed boost. They came in clutch, ready to use, and yeah, just displaying the speed and the mobility on the 50B, getting away from a precarious position, and now I'm just going to stay back and cover the VK. They have to push into us. They either have to go to B or stall A, and yeah, I'm just going to be chilling behind him, unspotted, and as soon as he gets some spots, I'll peek over, put my clip out if I can, and that's going to be our plan to win the game. I think our VK is doing a great job going for B, giving them an insurmountable amount of pressure. So I hit the 57 once, the VK finishes him off, and since the I7 isn't looking, I'm going to put in a couple shells in him. I could hit AP, but since I'm a one-shot, right, if he decides to snap me, I don't want to just waste time aiming, so I put on the APCR. It has pretty good pen with APCR. And yeah, I7's a one-shot. We know I left a 1A3 at a one-shot. The game's pretty much won. I could run away here and pretty much win the game for us, but I mean, I'm a risk taker, right? I might as well get the kill. I want the win in style, so I poke out and I hit his observation device. I don't know if that had anything to do with the shot. I don't think so, as it wasn't his gun. But unfortunate bounce there, but he misses a shot, so I was able to get the kill and the win. So good first game. Legit, these were my first warm-up games, so yeah. Nice, good first game to get things rolling for us. I'm gonna clear my missions, fight one battle, destroy 2 enemy tanks, etc. You know, the battle pass this season, I like the fact that, you know, they're going to more, I'd say, calm approaches to rewards, because not everyone's gonna run like these crazy, you know, paint jobs and stuff on their tanks or anything like that. Especially the people who just are like tank only and hate fantasy tanks. I don't care. I mean, it's a tank game. It's a game in general. I honestly don't care. But I do like camos like, you know, the veteran and stuff like that. Simple, clean, and nice. But I do love the 455 camo as well, so I can't really, yeah, I don't have a favorite. Alright, so I'm going to push up since I have the mobility here and get some shots on the meds that are going to try to contest my meds. I got a really nice ammo rack here, and then I just put a shot on the Leo. Just watching that back is hilarious. The guy did not expect that, poor guy. But yeah, put a shot on the Leo, have the Progetto pick up the kill up top, and there we have it. Already up a kill. We got 2 really nice kills at the start. Unfortunately, our Leo died, but excuse me, our E50M died, but that's fine. I'm not going to overpeak here. I don't have any hold on armor. Again, as I said, my turret is pretty squishy, so let's see if I could put any shots in here. Get away from the angle of the 1A3. Put a shot on the Chieftain. I want to load HE, but he turns at the right time, so I just get the track shell in there. And I'm going to put in my last shell on anything I see. If he repokes me, I'm going to have a shot ready for his cupola. And I'm going to line it up here, and I hit it. So another successful clip there. And yeah, away from their TDs. So I'm just going to reassess. I don't want to overpoke this, and I'm going to see what shots I have available. They're bleeding down the 268 version 4 really well, especially that Progetto, so see if maybe I can pick up a kill on him soon. Nice, the I7 hits a good shot on him. I think one of their TDs fired. I saw a bit of splash, HE splash there on the left side of the hill. So I pick up the 268 version 4. I overpeak for this 1A3 and I don't even pen him, which is rather unfortunate. But man, again, like 1A3s are my kryptonite when I'm driving the 50B. It's just too tall. You cannot hide away from the gun, and these guys are hitting ridiculous shots on me. So I mean, it wasn't too nutty, so I can't really complain. It was just, again, my fault for overpoking and overstaying that position. I'm gonna put in one shot in the 1A3, but I learned my lesson, and I'm not gonna stick around for another snapshot or another chance at getting shot. 1A3 just fired, and I want to break for this hill. I want to make a break for this hill, so I'm gonna see if the VK is gonna fire soon too. So I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind. VK is pushing up. I'm gonna see if I have shots on him, and I'm gonna put in the kill shot here with APCR. Back away from the 1A3 and 4005 who are camping in the back. So Chieftain is just pretty much being like a lighthouse for the TDs in the back. I'm going to put in a blind shot here. I think that's where the 4005 was at spotted. So I put one in, and then I put another one in. I got spotted, so maybe that first one hit. We'll see after the game. Because Chieftain had no place to spot me from that angle, and the 1A3 couldn't either, so 1A3 just fired again, so I'm going to make a break for it, and I'm just going to go up the hill, because if the 4005 shoots me, I'm just going to be a one-shot. It's not like I'm gonna die like if the 183 were to shoot me. So I'm gonna go around this hill unspotted, and I'm gonna see what I can do here. I see the 183. I have clear shots on him. I'm gonna put in a blind shot, see if the 4005 is still there, and he's not. I'm not spotted, so I'm just gonna pick up the 183. And it's still a pretty tight-knit, close game, so I don't want to overexpose myself to wherever the 4005 may be hiding. I'm gonna wait till I get unspotted again. But he's there, and they're gonna finish off the chieftain, so I'm just gonna pre-aim the 4005 here. See if we can get a good clip in him. Load the HE, see if he has fall liner. He does, so I just switch back to AP. And put in one, trade one, and then I'm just gonna put in one, and then hide and cover just in time. So all in all, pretty good game. I think I played that rather well, given the circumstances. You know, with the matchmaking and helping my meds take kill. At least one of them survived, and that's all we needed to win the game. And it was pretty nice that I got the Amarek, so, I mean, you do have good games if you have RNG on your side as well, so. So I got the 4 kills, damage in 7 different tanks, over 5k, and I got the ace. And let's see if I hit the blind shot on the 4005. So remember, at the end, I did hit 3 out of 3 shots, but there we go. As we see, 4 out of 4 shots. So I believe it was the first one that I fired in that pre-aim when I shot those 2 shells earlier at that bush. So yeah, just go for your blind shots. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anyone, especially if you have good team cover where your gun is not gonna be in use anytime soon. So just another tip there, go for blind shots whenever. Speaking of blind shots, I have like the nuttiest blind shotters on the team. I felt like this entire season, like, I don't know, I guess teams were going for more blind shots, and we were hitting a lot of them too. Okay, so we're gonna go, well, I want to go to C-cap here on the right? And it seems that our team is not going to want to as the game starts here. You're going to see in a second. I do remember this, just thinking about it right now. I'm going to go to C. It's a pretty decent place where you can catch out tanks trying to get corner on C, especially if you have an autoloader, but as soon as I see our team's not wanting to go, I'm just going to go A. I mean, this tank is not, you know, a tank like a 268 version 4 where it's just filled with armor and you can just hold like pretty much an entire side of the map hold down, or you know, like a cron or something like that. This tank has no armor, and you have to be like a second line, you know, pretty much a second line tank. More like a team support than anything in the front lines or anything too aggressive. There are some matches, and you know, with the given the matchmaking, that you can pull that off, but 90% of the time you're gonna be second line. So I'm just gonna take their spawn. I don't care if TDs are in the back. The fact that they're capping C just gives me an indication that they're all in corner with no one having mid presence. So guess what we have here? An AFK. So I'm gonna put in 1 shot. I get trolled, but that second HE shell makes up for it. And with that, we hit pretty much more than a regular clip of alpha. So even with that first blunder and RNG that wasn't on my side, I still got a pretty nice first clip. So good way to start the game, and let's see if we can also clip this 183. I'm going to be very careful here. They're all pretty much unspotted except for that one heavy mid. So I'm going to put in 1 shot and then reassess, and that's where I see the standard B. So I'm going to put a shot in the standard B, track him, and I do want to lay another one here, but unfortunately my ping spikes to like 140 and 150, so for that split second, so it's rather unfortunate, but I'm not too mad about it because it's just 1 shot, and yeah, we'll just keep moving forward and see what other shots that we have. They have no TDs left, so I can pretty much overpoke anything now that everything's spotted. And I'm going to put a shot in the E100, and he's crossing to the right. And I have no shots in the IS-7, so I'm going to reassess here and see what I can do. I'm just going to go rush his VK, but not straight down. I'm just going to drop right behind him. But before I do, I notice he's busy with the Vicar, so I'm just going to put in a shot to the E100 and make it easier for one of my allies to pick him up. on the right and putting my last shot on the VK. He's not even paying attention to me, so that's why I'm just boldly right behind him. I mean, if he turns around, he can easily HE me, but he's not doing it, so yeah, I have like no cares in the world at the moment. I'm just gonna let those two tanks finish the VK. Let me see if I can put in my last clip of the game. So I want a shot in that cherry, and I get it. Get the max row and the ramp kill. So it's a nice first shot. Get the second one in, and let's just make the last one count. So another decent clip to end the game. And I wiggle the turret to force the bounce, and I get the bounce on my track, so that's nice. Another decent win. Another decent game in general, so I think I played like 7 battles here with an 100% win rate, so I'll take it. That's something I've definitely been conscious about for the past few months, my win rate. I think I raised it like a full percent. Tuning with like Milo and Danny and Donfowl, you know, a few of my great teammates. So yeah, I mean, it's fun grinding win rate when you have fun people to play with, because this game does get boring, not gonna lie. When it just, especially when I play solo, I like playing it, I dominate in it, but it just becomes boring, and it's like, it becomes repetitive. Like, how many games can you do so well in consecutively for it to get boring, or vice versa? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just the fact that you're playing alone, and yeah, it's kind of lonely. So I've been tuning a lot, like the past months, and just been busy overall. So yeah, let's see if we can play on the right with our team. So you have a 60 TP winning a front line here. And I'm going to take full advantage of that. So I'm going to go on the right side of the Yamato ship and see what I can, see what angle crossfire I have on any tanks. Either trying to rush to TP or tanks that I can catch off guard after they fire at the TP. I see they have both of their meds on the left. We have 2 of our allies on the left to deal with that, so I'm not too worried about taking this position. I believe the E100 fired, but we'll see soon enough. Look at that great pen on the 50B. Get a nice shell in there in the E100. Another one as well, and then I'm saving this last one for him. But then I see the Yag here, so I'm just going to throw one up. Just a 50-50 RNG shot there behind soft cover. So now I'm going to get away from here because I think that Yag is looking to somehow work a good crossfire angle on me. So I'm going to get safe where no meds on the other side of the map can shoot me now, and the Yag can't shoot me either. So I'm going to chill out and reassess what I can do with the given info I have. So the Yag is looking to farm the TP. He shoots HE. So it seems like he's not the best player, but you never know. I don't want to poke just yet. I want to make sure I'm clear of the E100. And I'd put an APCR just in case he turns his turret last second and didn't want to bounce. I'm putting an APCR there. I just want to snap it, and then I'll just load the AP for the last one. And the Yag's dead, so pretty much our only threat from the left-hand side is killed, as their meds are already pushed up to basically our spawn. We kind of have to win this side rather quick. We don't want meds flanking us. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to put a full clip in the Yo, as I know he just finished clipping like not that long ago. And he's pretty much reloaded now, so I don't want to take a full clip from him. And I just want to back off here. Unfortunately, I baited him to my team, but it seems that one of the guys bounced him. I think it was a TD in the back. I think it was a grill, I believe. So that kind of sucks, but whatever, it's fine. I can pick these up now that I'm fully reloaded, but I don't want to push in yet. The E100 is there. I don't want to give anyone free shots at any time. I'm going to put in a shot in the Yo here. And we put the last shot on the E5. So Yo's a one shot, and E5 is helping their E100 with the E100. So I can either pick up this E100 or push on the right side. pretty much the meds are occupied on the left, so I can't get farmed at all. And yeah, I can't kill the C100 because he's a pretty intelligent player and he uses shipment containers knowing that I was on his right. But as he shoots, I'm free to cross, and I'm just going to pick up these 2 easy kills, put one in the yo, and finish off the E5 here. I get shot by the Conway, so I lose a lot of HP there, but it was worth it to get those 2 important kills, and I'm just going to keep working the flank. And as you saw, again, this tank is not made to snipe. I fully aimed and shot in the Conway. I mean, it was unfortunate he was turning at the same time, but come on, it did not go where I aimed, unfortunately. But let's see if we can full clip this Conway now, with some HE too, see if he's running Spall Liner. So he's running Spall Liner. I'm still going to hit him with HE, because you never know what roll you're going to get. But I just pick him up with the Ram, and I'm going to save my last shell, because I'm racing with the Grow, and I don't know where the E50M is from the angle behind the house, but looking back at it, I should have fully reloaded, because as you see, this guy's going to end up killing me. I mean, of course I'm going to pen the shot, but I don't have another shot to give him, because the Grow fails to pen him. And I'm dead here, but that's fine, I'll take another win. And another high kill game. I got 4 kills this game, so that's what clips are made for. Damage and kills. I mean, some would rather say kills first, but you know, in that order, damage and then kills. So another 5k game. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Acer. Just quite under the 1500 XP bar, I think. So yeah, this tank is awesome. I did state that I ran calibrated earlier, but I didn't explain why. Pretty much with improved vents, it gives everything else an improvement, like, you know, your aim time and reload and all, but they're all so minuscule and at such a minuscule level that it's not worth it, and you'd rather have that pen for putting out your clips. So I see we have a lot of meds on our team, and I'm thinking of just going town because we have an E100 and a 57, and I know for sure they're not going to play dunes whatsoever, so I am going to want to get some info here before I rush. I'm playing this really aggressive, but now that I see that their 183 is going over Rios, it just confirms that their entire team is left, or at least I think, because as you see, there's going to be a Yag on my right, camping in the far corner. I have no idea what this is, but it's not something I want to be in. He hits me again, because I was worried about where the 183 was looking, and I just got safe from the 183. So I'm in a pretty much terrible position now that I went so aggressively. And you know, it is tempting to play this tank this aggressive sometimes, but you're going to see in a second that I'm going to bail myself out and just keep reassessing the scenario I'm in. So they're going to be busy killing a couple of my allies in our spawn, and it's going to buy me enough time, especially now that the 183 is leaving there knowing that he has no shots, to really push on these 2 guys here with our allied bad shot and pretty much the rest of our team, the 2 heavies and TD that remain. So I'm going to finish off the Malshin here. Did I want to? No, for 16 damage, but you're a clipper, you know, you'll put a couple other shots somewhere else. I'm going to pick up the kill here with HE, but unfortunately that doesn't go where I aim with the auto aim. So I'm again assessing the situation here, and I see the 183 is pretty much blindly pushing and looking for the bat shot. I think he shoots the bat shot. So what I'm going to do now, right, I'm going to try to clip the 183, and the E50M pops through. So I just put in a shot in him, make him back off a bit, and then one more to 183. And thank God that bat shot lit the 183 on fire, because I would have gotten heshed. I wouldn't have died, but I would have been pretty low. And that would have made another game where I got heshed by 183, so yeah. Looking back at it, I could have finished off this 95 E6. And I should have, but I was just so worried that the Sheridan was going to run away from me, and I didn't want that to happen. I just threw in a snapshot there. Yeah, not the best shot. So I'm just going to go for a clip reload, see if I can get a full clip on the Sheridan before the game ends. The good thing is he's running away from our allies, not just running away from me, so it gives me a higher percentage of getting this clip for myself. So I'm going to put in the first shot here. I was kind of like just making sure he wasn't going to bait me anywhere. And the second shot hits his flat side but bounces. So loses shared and troll armor. And I just put in that third shot there. And I'm going to try to look for the ram here. Not sure if it's going to be possible, but I don't care if I get killed. I want this ram. And he bounces, and that makes the ram possible. So it erases that bounce on his flat side and gives me an extra 110 damage from my alpha on that potential bounce. So pretty much, I mean 3.9k, 4k, whatever, pretty much a 4k game. And a couple kills, so as long as I have at least a couple kills, I'm happy. This tank is, again, just a monster. You can go from point A to point B in a flash, and it's just really fun to play. Any mobile tank in the game, that is. But yeah, let's see if we could just play this last game here and see what's in store for us to finish off this gameplay. And I do run HP, I think. I forgot the equipment for more HP, but oh, improved assembly, yes. I run improved assembly over enhanced armor because having more armor in this tank is just, it's just dumb. It has no armor, so maybe if you run it on like an IS-7 where, you know, it has armor like an Object 268 version 4, that makes sense. But on any squishy tank, you never want to give it more armor. You always want to give it more HP because you're guaranteed to get penned, so might as well stay alive for another shot or two. So yeah, I'm gonna play with my clipper here, the 57, and see if we can clip out something that's gonna cross on C. I'm just gonna pre-aim here and take my time. So M5 Yo got spotted. I put a shot in there. RNG says no and says you're not gonna pen the side of a M5 Yo today, so I'm just focus up on the 50B. Not sure what he was doing looking back at it, but I wanted these two shots to pen, knowing that my first shot didn't pen, so I just stick with AP. And we're gonna keep going and assessing what I can do. We don't need to move right now, and we just have to see what the team's gonna give us. So this IS-7 looks like he's gonna cross, so I'll pre-aim with the 57. Here I was going for all track shots. The first one didn't go through. The second one, the 57 gets, and I didn't. But I just put in the last one on the side. So RNG is not the best to me, but it could be worse. I could be missing entire clips instead of just one shot a clip. So I'm gonna move up here now that I have the freedom to, and I'm gonna try to clip this M5 Yo as he's distracted with the tank that's on the C cap. He's fully clipped, and it's gonna give me an opportunity to clip him here. And I put in two shots. And I'm just gonna send this last one, and that hits. I get a really good bounce on the turret. You can't manipulate any turret bounces if you want. You're just gonna get them at random. So I can't really give you any advice how to wiggle your turret, etc. Because as you saw, I didn't wiggle my turret. He just hit an impenetrable spot in the turret, and I'm gonna finish the Yo. I'm gonna finish this IS-4, but I don't want to be lazy and just throw out a snapshot. So I'm gonna take my time, load the APCR because he's still a two-shot either way, and get the guaranteed pen to kill him. So before I poke out, I'm just going to wait till I'm reloaded, or close to reload, and yeah, I'm going to start rushing the C50M as he's starting to run away. And I'm going to try to go for a shot here. I thought it was perfectly aimed, but I think it hits the 4005 gun, unfortunately. So I just pick up the E50M, and I'm going to put in my last shot in this Emil 2. So we're over 4k, and I'm going to see if I can just ram him since I don't have any more shots left. And we get a good 250 of ram there, so adding to our game there. So yeah, and I was mistaken. This is not actually the last game. I think I'm gonna play one more after this and then call it quits. So another decent game, another game over 2 kills. This one specifically 3, and we're gonna keep playing. I'm gonna play one more. get that mission completed and claim my battle pass level. But yeah, Concept 1B Gaming coming soon. It's a tank I played like 90% of the past season in. It's a hell of a tank, really great gun, good mobility, and it rewards great players. And like, so it's just a tank that I have a lot of fun in. And there's no excuse when you play that tank. Like it just shines. It's just gonna shine if you're a great player. So it has great aim, decent armor hold down, impenetrable turret. Most of the times, I can't say all the time, but we're here in Falls Creek. I put in a shot in the Super Conqueror before he pokes, but I learned my lesson with the 183. Not too much of an intimidating gun to keep peeking, but as you see, if I keep peeking, something's gonna shoot me because I'm so tall. So the LT manages to do so. I proxy spot the 60 TP, and our team is gonna try and distract them there. So yeah, as this happens, yeah, Concept 1B Gaming coming after this. It's a great tank, like I said, and yeah, one of my favorite tanks in the game. So we're gonna put in a 60 TP shot there, then put in another one, and try to put in this last one here. I aimed for the track, but unfortunately I hit the dirt, so I'm not sure what to say. I don't want to get heshed again for this 183. So I moved away for that second as he shot, and I'm just going to clear this flank with the LT. It's fine, I'd rather take a 420 than a full health, excuse me, than a full hesh from 183. And I'm just going to clip this LT here. And I see that the Hori is about to get heshed, and he does. So unfortunately for him, he dies, but he helps me kill this LT. So he doesn't die, I apologize. He gets nuked, but he helps me kill this LT. And yeah, this is not going to be a crazy farm game, but again, it's just going to show you the mobility of the 50B as always, going from point A to point B, and it's also going to show you how troll the 50B gun is at times. Because you're going to see some unfortunate bounces here. So I have clear shots in this IS-7 bottom plate. The first one doesn't hit. Second one doesn't hit. And I'm like, man, what's going on? And the third one decides to hit. So, yeah, at this point, I'm just going to play for my life. And it kind of sucks because I think those two bounces kind of determined me not getting 4K. So, yeah, whatever. We'll just focus on this 183. And yeah, I got the clutch fire, so before he turns and shoots me, so it's not too bad of an ending. But yeah, I'm glad I can show the negatives and the positives of 50B. It doesn't have the best gun, but it has a reliable gun, and it doesn't have the best mobility, but it has pretty decent mobility. No armor, but you can pull off some troll bounces. So all in all, a pretty good tank, and something you should research if you don't have it in your garage already. But like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.